Hi friends, just pause for a while and look around you. Every person you see, the successful CEO, the kind neighbor, the innovative artist, the emerging sportsperson, the great religious leader, every one of them is the product of their beginnings. Is it not? We spend years in school, but our first, and arguably the most important, classroom is the home. Welcome to all of you. Today, we are diving deep into the bedrock of human formation, namely, family upbringing. Family upbringing is not just about providing food and shelter, it's about providing the fundamental blueprint for a wonderful human being. Everything from how one handles stress to who one chooses as life partner is basically rooted in those earliest years. The early years, 0 to 5, during the first 5 years, a child's brain functions like a superhighway of development. And the traffic on that highway is controlled to a large extent by the parents and the other family members. This is where attachment theory comes into play. When a parent responds consistently and lovingly to a baby's needs, that child develops a secure attachment. This isn't just a sweet bond, it's a profound, neurological lesson. Children learn that the world is safe and helpful. And a secure base is essential for a child's confidence to explore and return to the safety of home. In this stage, families teach trust, emotional responses, and basic social rules. These early interactions literally shape the neural pathways for all future learning and emotional regulation. Get this right, and you've given them the keys to a balanced emotional life. Imparting values and morals. The family unit is the ultimate moral compass. You don't just tell children what is right, you show them. If a child sees their parents apologize when they are wrong, he learns humility and accountability. If they see a parent show kindness to a stranger, they learn empathy. These are not abstract concepts, they are daily lessons demonstrated through modeling behavior. Upbringing instills core values like integrity, respect for elders, and the importance of helping others. These values become the inner voice, the conscience that guides their decisions, long after they leave the home. It's the difference between navigating life with a solid moral GPS and drifting like a log in the sea. Developing resilience and coping. Life is full of challenges and setbacks. The family's role is not to prevent failure, but to teach the child how to face it and manage it well. This is where we build resilience. When a child fails a test, a supportive family doesn't criticize, they ask, "What did you learn? How can we approach this differently?" They teach them to identify and regulate powerful emotions like frustration and anger through healthy communication, rather than avoidance or outbursts. A resilient person, forged in a supportive home, doesn't see failure as the end of the road. They see it as data, and they have the emotional tools to bounce back stronger. Identity and self-esteem. The family is the first mirror a child holds up to see themselves. What that mirror reflects is everything. A positive upbringing cultivates a strong sense of self-esteem. This is done not through empty praise, but through unconditional love, meaning, we love you not for what you achieve, but simply for who you are. When parents celebrate a child's unique talents, listen to their ideas, and allow them to make age-appropriate decisions, they are fostering autonomy and a secure sense of self. This foundational confidence is what allows them to later pursue challenging goals, resist negative peer pressure, and form healthy relationships. They carry the internalized belief, "I am capable, and I am worthy." So, what is the ultimate takeaway? Family upbringing is not about achieving some unrealistic standard of perfection. It's about effort, consistency, and presence.